Tonight, a low 64 to 68. Partly sunny. Tomorrow, high of 85 to 88. And it looks like we're going to stay sunny and nice Thursday, high 82 to 87. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson.
All right, thank you, Maggie. 20 minutes after 11 o'clock. Beautiful looking Friday morning. Just a little bit over a week ago, we had a business trip we had to take, and we were warned by people not to try to check our bank account online in a public Wi-Fi. So okay, I'll pay attention. And I was lost. I have this habit. I check it all the time. I don't know why. What I'm paranoid about. But the whole thing is true. That this whole issue when you hear about corporations, banks that are hacked into. How does the average person, the private person, protect himself or herself? And the answer to that is there are good people studying on how to do security for our new cyber habit, right? Jewel Timpe is on the phone. She is the Senior Manager for Threat Research with HP Security Research. She's going to talk to us about the scholarship for women studying information security and the education and training initiatives that close the gap in the IT security workforce. I suppose that means the gap between men and women.
Probably.
I'm not so sure, but let's find out from Jewel. Good morning, Jewel.
Good morning.
Where are you?
I'm in sunny Austin, Texas.
So you've got a nice day too, sounds like.
A beautiful day, mid-90s today.
So I guess the first question is the gap. Is it between men and women? Are there more guys becoming cybersecurity, and we're trying to get the ladies involved too?
Yes and no. Actually, it's just a problem in the industry. More than half of our job opportunities in cybersecurity are going unfilled. Just not enough skilled workers, regardless of the gender.
Oh,
so of course,
okay.
A more rapid way to fill that gap is to bring more women into the career, into the space.
So what does a cybersecurity professional do all day long? Are they sitting there looking for bad guys?
Some are, absolutely. The interesting thing about cybersecurity and the one thing we're trying to come out and do is really raise awareness of what a cybersecurity career looks like, right? So Some people go, well, what is that you just did? So it's perfect. It's varied, right? It's a broad range of skills, and a lot of the skills people have today can translate directly into a job in cybersecurity that actually helps protect the internet and protects us from all those big breaches we've been hearing about over the last few years. Everything from engineering, as you would expect, but legal and public policy, analytics, communications, it's all needed.
And is this something that's done from home, or do you have to go to an office?
Yes. So both.
Both.
So the nice thing about the industry, right, is that it's very flexible, and just like the internet, it's global. So the opportunities are there for you to be able to do either, right, or a combination of both.
So will it get to the point, or has it already gotten to the point where every business, like in the real world, every business has their own security guards? Like we broadcast from the mall, and there's probably a staff of, 10 or 12 guys and ladies who are security guards here. Will we have cybersecurity guards on staff at each company?
We're already trending that way now, right? So I'm here in the technology industry. I run security research for HP, and and we are desperately seeking more skilled workers in this space. But we're competing not just with our other tech industry companies for those skilled labor. We're also competing with those in the financial markets, those in the in healthcare. All of these different industries are looking to hire these skilled specialists to be able to protect their own networks.
Wow. So if I were sitting in the room with the security guard watching all the little cameras, and he points out, look, there's a guy right there. He's putting a candy bar in his pocket. Let's go get him, right? I mean, what would I see if I was sitting beside a cybersecurity person? What do they see? What tips them off that somebody's trying to steal something?
So that's specific example you give is what we call the operations center analyst or the security operations center side, where they're actually looking at the traffic across the network, right? So much like they see the guy in a sweatshirt or the girl in a sweatshirt, sticking the candy bar in the pocket and thinking nobody sees them.
Right.
That's exactly what the bad guys are doing on the network, right? They're trying to stealthily get in and not be detected, and their network's being monitored and looking for anomalies, things that are odd that shouldn't be occurring in the network. And then when it does, they say, hey, let's go look at that and see what that is.
Oh,
like
really?
They're going to go look at the one with the candy bar.
Okay, so let me ask you kind of a backwards question. If I go into a store, let's say I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't feel like getting dressed. I'm going to walk into Walmart looking sloppy. Okay, but I'm not about to steal anything. But I might look like I'm about to steal. So they'll keep an eye on me because I look like a possible suspect. If I'm sending an email, let's say to myself, because I do the news at home. And I'll send myself an email with the news, and the news might have information about terrorists or break-ins or murders.
Yes.
So all of that wording is in my email, but I'm up to no harm. I'm simply going to get to the radio station and report my news. Mm-hmm. But would a cybersecurity person have a red flag go up when they saw those words in something being transmitted?
So, interesting point. We don't actually read your email, right? So we're not actually reading it at the word level, right? So we're actually looking at access to certain directories or files, and on a network that shouldn't have, that person with that credential shouldn't have that access. But
wow.
Yeah, rest assured, we're not listening to your calls and we're not reading your emails. So we wouldn't actually be able to determine what your intentions were from that.
And as these positions that we're talking about, do they show up in the government sector as well as the private sector?
They do, just as many in the government sector as the private sector. So there's just this really broad need, for this broad skill base. And that's really what HP is trying to combat in no small way. We put up $250,000 in scholarship funds for women to study information security specifically in their baccalaureate or advanced degree programs, and then come try a career out through an internship with HP as well. So all of us are trying to raise awareness of what a career might look like, the opportunities that are here, and entice more people, especially women, to come help us fight the bad guys.
Oh, so you have to have a college degree?
Not necessarily. That is one of the things we are supporting. It certainly helps to have a college degree, but it is not a requirement everywhere.
Wow! And are you doing this too, Jewel? Are you one of the people who looks at the internet and says, "Oh, there's a bad guy right there"? How do you get them? I mean, do you actually get the guy, or do you just kind of stop his computer?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I manage multiple teams of researchers that are actually doing that work. So I don't do that work myself. They are looking at everywhere from the latest trends in malware coming out and how to stop them, the vulnerabilities in the software we use, and how to help vendors fix those vulnerabilities so that they don't present an opportunity for bad guys to enter, and along those lines. We work with a lot of different teams that are also monitoring the underground, if you will, and trying to find threat actors that way. So it's a broad range. We all sort of work together, and we all try to do what we can to find them and stop them.
So if a woman
hopefully stop them before they take your data.
If a woman is interested in applying for the scholarship, 2 questions: where do they go? And the second question is, can they use it here in the schools right here in Florida?
They can. They can use it at any accredited university that offers that training, right? In anything in the information security field. So we have everybody applying that is studying everything from encryption, cryptography, to computer science, to actual information security, to anything along those lines. And you can learn a lot more from the website swsis.wordpress.com. scholarships.com.
Okay.
And you can see, our current scholarship winners, our past scholarship winners, and the wide variety of schools across the U.S. that they are attending.
Wow.
And getting this education.
Good information. Jewel Timpe, thank you so much for being on the air with us. We'll share this with our Facebook friends and give out that information regarding the website as well. Thank you, Jewel.
Great. Thank you both.
All right, we'll be right back.
Activists who released undercover videos alleging that Planned Parenthood was looking to profit, while the organization says the videos were deceptively edited and they were only seeking legally permitted reimbursements of costs. Twitter looking to lay off 336 workers, CEO Jack Dorsey aiming to slash costs while the company struggles to make money.
In an email to employees, Dorsey said, quote, "We feel strongly that engineering will move much faster with a smaller and nimbler team. Twitter will also cut jobs in other areas of the company. 4,100